beginning of 2026. The Earth we knew was formless and void.
Attention. Attention.
Our systems crashed. Our data drowned in the deep.
You must all clear this area.
The noise of the world went suddenly still.
Out of this chaos, a new city is forming.
They called it the State of Eden, a city born after the flood of data, designed to be disaster-proof. No blackouts, no hunger, no unpaid light. A place where systems served people, not the other way around.
Eve, look. The new consciousness field is stabilizing. Projections are flawless, Eve.
But can we sustain it?
The last collapse, that was the old world. This is Eden.
Then we...
Take a breath with me. We pause and withdraw our attention from the outer noise. Headlines, notifications, unfinished tasks. For a moment, we step back from the world of screens and systems, and we return to the inner state of Eden. Infinite presence, mind behind all minds. We remember that before any grid was built, before any contract was signed, you already were. You are the quiet intelligence moving beneath every story we tell. Tonight we do not watch as spectators. We watch as students of our own consciousness. As we look at Adam and Eve, let us recognize our own intellect and feeling. As we hear the whispers of Mr. Snake, let us discern the same subtle voice in our thoughts. As we walk the streets of Eden, let us remember that Eden is a pattern in the mind, not a place on a map. We invite the seed of Christ consciousness within us to be our only teacher in this hour. We bless our seeing, we bless our hearing, and we bless our interpretation. I am the keeper, but so are you. Together, we keep the altar of awareness open and clear. And so it is.
After the deep, we tried again. We built a city where nothing was missing, where the grid fed everyone and no one paid for light. We called it Eden.
It's so beautiful up here.
Not as beautiful as you.
I could stay here with you forever.
Me too. Right here with you.
I love you. Before we touch code, contracts, or capital, we remember we are not the source.
Our intellect is the architect.
But the blueprint comes from within. Scan your mind. Where are you already solving problems that Spirit never assigned you?
Everywhere.
Name one.
The outer cities. The blackouts. I lie awake designing grids for the places that haven't even asked us to help.
Breathe with me the breeze of the day.
I tell myself it's compassion, but it feels like fear wearing a hero's cape.
Fear always wants to manage what it doesn't trust God to hold. Hand it back.
Spirit, I release the belief that I must fix the whole world alone. I surrender the grids in my head that you never asked me to build.
I release the pressure to feel everyone's pain at once. I trust that compassion without guidance becomes chaos. Breathe in Eden. And breathe out the deep.
Sometimes I forget this is why we built it.
Not to escape the world. To show it what it looks like when intellect and feeling sit down and listen first.
Then let's listen well today.
In this state, Adam and Eve were not just founders, they were listeners.
90 days since full activation. 0 grid failures, no rolling blackouts, energy surplus in every sector. As you can see, Performance is holding at peak levels. 90 days with no resident below the provision threshold.
Anxiety down 62%.
Violence is statistical noise. But numbers don't tell you the whole story. We have people sleeping through the night for the first time in years. Art is creating again. Families that used to fight over power rations now arguing about paint colors. Eden works because the consciousness inside these walls changed with the infrastructure.
Inside these walls. Outside these walls, the deep is still very much alive. Blackouts in Lagos, food riots in Sao Paulo, governments on their knees calling us every week.
And we tell them what? Sorry, Eden is a closed beta.
We tell them the truth. Controlled rollout is the only way. We've run scenarios. If we license the grid AI and behavioral models, we could stabilize major capitals in under a year. We're talking dozens of cities, hundreds of millions of people. Our reach and influence are at an all-time high. And Tahitians are dependent on our infrastructure. That's leverage we could use to force reforms, end corruption, rewrite policy, or leverage others could use to own us. Drop our tech into a fearful system and it becomes a bigger fear system. Different logo, same deep.
So what's the alternative?
Stabilizing the grid is our top priority.
With respect, Adam, you're thinking like an engineer, not a founder. Founders don't just stabilize one city. They change the world.
The projections for reach and influence are exponential.
You two could be the most powerful people on the planet.
Reach and influence are up.
Power is not the point, alignment is. We built Eden on one law, nothing off ledger. The moment we break that, we are no longer Eden.
Tell that to the people freezing outside our gates. We sit in a city of light while children study by candle in the ruins.
Is that alignment or abdication? We committed to more than compassion. You committed to a different consciousness. The charter is clear. We will explore expansion, transparent, consent-based, on-ledger. No hidden deals, no back doors. We don't break the charter. The Eden Charter. This limits us.
Then we'd better find a way to save the world within your rules.
If Eden knows when to grow, it will grow without us betraying what made it Eden. This park is perfect for our break.
I agree, it's so refreshing.
Did you see the new project updates?
Yes, the data looks promising.
We should review it this afternoon. This is the heart of our learning hub, our living solar tree.
Why not just sell our systems to the old cities? We could fix them faster.
Have you ever seen someone who wins the lottery but never changes their mindset?
Yes.
6 months later, they're more anxious, more in debt, more alone than before. Why?
They didn't change their mindset.
Exactly. When a fearful mind meets sudden power, it doesn't create peace, it creates bigger fear. Tech is like this pool, it reflects whatever stands over it. Step forward. If anger stands here, the pool reflects anger amplified. If greed stands here, it reflects greed multiplied. Put compassion here, alignment here. Give more power to a fearful mind, and you don't get peace, you get bigger fear. Eden works because the consciousness inside these walls changed first. Tech amplifies whatever mind holds it. So, tech is neutral? Tech amplifies whatever mind holds it. Eden survives only if our tools worship the truth in us, not the other way around. In the last world, we treated technology as God. We poured our fear and greed into it and baptized the result as progress. Tech amplifies whatever mind holds it. In the last world, we worshipped our tools and drowned in the data we hoarded. Eden survives only if our tools worship the truth in us, not the other way around. Eden is tech plus a different consciousness. Inside these walls, we rewrote the agreements. In here first, then in here. Our system serves spirit, not the other way around.
But isn't it selfish to keep Eden here?
Selfish? No, it's about responsible stewardship.
But others could benefit.
We're not keeping Eden here. We're proving that Eden is possible at all. If we export the tools without the consciousness, we don't give them Eden. We give them a sharper version of the same prison. Your job isn't to save the world with one viral deployment. Your job is to become Eden, so that wherever you go, the pattern goes with you. Become Eden. When enough minds carry that pattern, walls stop mattering. Now go get some sun. Your ideas grow better when your nervous system isn't starving. If we license the grid AI and the behavioral stabilization layer, we can anchor 12 major regions in under a year.
Impressive. What are the projected project impacts?
Less panic, more predictability. Fewer blackouts. Less panic, more predictability. The outside governments are ready to sign whatever we put in front of them.
And what do they offer in return?
Full data access. Exemptions from their more outdated regulations. In most scenarios, they hand us de facto control of their grids.
So we become the beating heart of half the planet.
If anyone should hold that responsibility, it's us.
Every crisis, every fluctuation, every panic call routed through our systems.
We're the only ones who've proven we won't abuse it.
Absolutely.
Look at this. One more failure event and that region implodes. How many deeps do we have to watch before we step in?
You're talking like a first responder. But what happens when the patient becomes addicted to the paramedic? If their consciousness still runs on fear and hoarding, our tech doesn't give them Eden, it gives them a prettier cage.
We can build guardrails, smart contracts, conditional access. We write the terms so they can't use our systems as weapons.
You can code conditions, you can't code consciousness.
People are dying, Adam. Children studying by candle in the ruins of data centers we helped design.
I know, Late, but we can't undo the past. We have to do something now.
Do we really hold Eden in our hands and tell them, sorry, the vibration out there isn't high enough yet?
No, we don't hide behind language. But we also don't pretend we can change the world without changing the world's mind. This worked because we rewrote the agreements in here. And in here. Export the tools without the inner work and we're back where we started, only this time,
When the deep comes, it'll drown a bigger ocean.
So what do we tell them?
we tell them we're listening. We tell them we're seeking a way to share Eden without betraying what made Eden possible. And we ask Spirit for a plan that doesn't turn us into the new deep.
I'll refine the models. Maybe there's a version that honors the charter.
That's the only version I'm interested in. If you built this through us, show us how to share it without losing it.
Couldn't sleep either?
Eden's quiet, my head isn't.
Listen. Some nights it feels like the whole world is holding its breath out there.
I see the reports, another blackout in Lagos, food lines in Sao Paulo, old grids crashing for the third time this month. They send messages every day now. License your systems, take over our infrastructure, save us.
And what does your inner board of directors say?
They're split. The engineer says we can stabilize them in a year. The part that remembers the deep says, careful, this is how it started last time. We could finally change everything.
Careful. This is how it started last time. Do you ever feel
Selfish?
we're up here in a city that works? Lights paid for, water flowing, people sleeping through the night. And outside our walls, they're still stumbling in the dark with systems we helped design back then. I love Eden, but sometimes it feels, I ask myself that every night.
Did we create a pattern for the world? Or a gated community for the enlightened?
When I walk the gardens, I feel the grace of this place. But sometimes it also feels small, like we escaped the flood and left everyone else treading water.
We didn't escape, we rebuilt. So there'd be at least one place on Earth that proved a different way is possible. If we throw our systems at a fearful world too soon, Eden becomes another weapon in the wrong hands. If we don't, I hear every hungry child like an accusation.
Maybe it's not an accusation. Maybe it's an invitation. To ask better questions than, how do we scale? Questions like, how do we stay aligned while we help?
You sound like the charter in human form.
Someone has to remember why we wrote it.
When I stand here, I can almost hear Eden breathing. It's like the city itself is asking, who will you be when the world knocks?
Someone has to remember why we wrote it. That's the question, isn't it? Do we answer as architects?
I don't want their worship.
No.
A part of you wants their dependence.
Control is just fear dressed up in responsibility. You know that.
I just don't know how to watch them suffer and still keep our law.
Maybe the question isn't, can we save them? Maybe it's can we stay true to who we are while we try?
And who are we, Eve?
We're the ones who promised that this time we would listen to the stillness before we listen to the noise.
I know. We can't forget that.
I just don't want our compassion to become the doorway back into the deep.
Then we need a way forward that doesn't break the charter. Or break us. Tomorrow I'll tell the board we're not licensing anything until we have an answer that doesn't turn Eden into an empire.
That sounds like the Adam I prayed for. You going to check that?
If it's important, it'll still be there after one more breath.
Then let's give Eden that breath. These reports are escalating.
Not tonight. I don't remember authorizing. While the old grids fail, your systems remain flawless. You have not only restored a people, you have rewritten what civilization can be. We believe your infrastructure and behavioral data can prevent a second deep, if deployed at planetary scale. However, global stabilization requires strategies that cannot always be broadcast in real time. Our team specializes in discrete, off-ledger integrations that protect your public vow of transparency while the discrete off-ledger integrations while doing the necessary work behind the scenes. Imagine every major capital stabilized by your grid, every crisis routed through a system that answers to you. No government able to abuse your technology without triggering fail-safes you control. You would be applying it at a higher level. Law above the laws.
Control is just fear dressed up in responsibility.
This is not about control, it is about stewardship.
Control is just fear dressed up in responsibility.
We propose a private conversation. No commitment, no public record, a simple exploration of what is possible when conviction meets capacity. Just to see what they're suggesting. The fall never begins with a crime, it begins with a curiosity.
Hearts awake, fire of the spirit, chains will break. Burning brighter, burning sweeter, in the lit our song. Chains will burning, powder burning strong. Fire of the spirit, lift our song.
Tonight we watched Adam and Eve standing on the balcony of their success, looking down on a city called Eden. The grids were stable, the people were calm, the lights were paid for. On the outside, everything worked, but something in them still said, it's not enough. In our language, we call that progress. In metaphysical language, we call that the voice of the serpent, sense consciousness, whispering, you could be more if you broke your own law just a little. Adam represents your intellect, brilliant, logical, persuasive. Eve represents your feeling nature, the part of you that senses atmospheres and hungers. Eden is your inner state when both are listening to spirit. When they clicked on that proposal, they didn't just open an email. They opened a portal. You know that portal. It appears when you are already provided for. But an ad, a message, a thought says, if you had just a little more, you'd finally be safe. Tonight, let's bring that voice to the altar. Ask yourself, where in my life am I already in Eden, already held, already supplied? But I am restless because I believe more would finally make me enough. Speak to that thought. You have no power over me. I am not measured by my reach, my revenue, or my reputation. My value is established in the mind of God. Breathe with me. One task, tomorrow. Choose to do it in the breeze of the day, without rush, without performance. Let it be your practice of Eden. I am the keeper, but so are you. We are our brother's keeper, our data's keeper, our own mind's keeper. Guard the state within you, and no disaster outside can erase it.
I've seen stars fall from the sky. Your light never passed me by. In your walk, in your name, I found truth I can't explain. Lift your head.
Take one more breath with me. We have walked the streets of Eden, but the true journey was inside our own mind. Tonight, we watched choices being made, contracts signed, whispers believed, boundaries crossed. We saw what happens when intellect and feeling forget the voice that called them into being. Yet even here, beyond every error, the seed of spirit remains untouched. So we bless the state of Eden within us. We bless the part of us that still knows how to walk in the breeze of the day, without fear, without hiding, without the fig leaves of excuse. We bless our Adam, our Eve, and even our Mr. Snake for showing us where we have given our authority away. This week, may you remember, Eden is not a city you visit. It is a consciousness you keep. You are not driven by the serpent of sense. You are guided by the seed of spirit. You are not a wanderer in the land of confusion. You are a keeper of the altar within. I am the keeper, but so are you. Keep your mind with all diligence, for out of it flow the issues of your Eden. Walk in the breeze of the day, and know that you are never outside of the presence that loves you. And so it is.